The peace of Sydney's coastline is shattered as terrifying headlines flash across screens, marking the beginning of a summer that would change the city forever. High above the waves, rescue helicopters circle the shore, their rhythmic thumping a grim reminder that something dangerous is lurking just beneath the surface of the sea. On the ground, the atmosphere is one of pure chaos as police move quickly to clear the sand, leaving behind a trail of abandoned towels and sandals. Witnesses stand paralyzed on the shore, their faces etched with a mixture of disbelief and horror as they realize the safety of their favorite beach is gone. It started with a single incident in the north, a sudden strike that caught everyone off guard and sent the first ripples of fear through the community. But the nightmare didn't stop there. Within just 48 hours, 4 separate attacks occurred, spanning the entire coast and leaving the authorities struggling for answers. The evidence left behind is chilling. A shattered surfboard tells the story of a violent encounter that no human was ever prepared to face in these waters. The ocean, once a place of joy, has become a crime scene, where the remnants of a struggle are erased by the tide in a matter of seconds. Sydney, in the summer of 2026, is now facing a crisis of unprecedented proportions. What is truly happening beneath those waves, and why is it happening now? Among the statistics and news reports lies a heartbreaking story of a life cut short. Nicko was a boy who lived for the ocean and the sun. He wasn't just a victim, he was a talented young surfer with dreams as big as the ocean, known by everyone for his infectious laugh and spirit. Today, that same ocean is lined with flowers and tributes, as a grieving city comes together to honor the memory of the first life lost. His friends gather on the shoreline, their silence speaking volumes about the void left behind by a companion who was taken far too soon from them. The pain is felt by all generations, as the community struggles to reconcile the beauty of their home with the sudden violence that has claimed a child. The vigil draws a massive crowd, a sea of people united in grief, searching for a way to process the collective trauma of this dark summer month. For his family, the ocean will never look the same again. Every wave is a reminder of a future that was stolen in a few tragic moments. The surfboards act as sentinels of memory, standing tall against the wind, carrying the words of a community that refuses to let his name be forgotten. As the investigations begin, the physical barriers remain, a stark reminder that the danger is still present and the shore is no longer a safe haven. The silence on the beaches is deafening. The vibrant energy of Sydney's summer has been replaced by a heavy, watchful stillness that hangs in the air. What was once a playground for the young and old has become a place of caution, where every ripple in the water is viewed with suspicion. The question on everyone's mind is simple yet profound. Why now? Why has the harbor become a hunting ground for these apex predators of the deep? To find the answers, we must look beyond the fear and into the changing world around us, where nature is reacting to forces beyond our control. Experts are working tirelessly to connect the dots, analyzing data that suggests a perfect storm of environmental factors has led to this unprecedented crisis. Record-breaking rainfall has transformed the coastal environment, flushing nutrients and sediment into the sea and altering the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem. This runoff creates a blind environment where predators can hide and hunt more effectively, making it much harder for both prey and humans to see danger. For the bull shark, these conditions are ideal. They are masters of the estuary, comfortable in both salt and fresh water, and highly opportunistic hunters. As the water temperatures climb, the metabolism of these creatures accelerates, forcing them to hunt more frequently and bring them closer to our shores. The East Australian current is bringing warmer water further south than ever before, inviting species that usually stay in the tropics to visit Sydney. This is a biological response to a changing environment. The sharks are simply following their instincts in a world that we have fundamentally altered ourselves. The floods have turned the river mouths into an all-you-can-eat buffet, drawing predators in from the open ocean and keeping them near populated swimming areas. They explain that this is not a deliberate attack on humans, but a series of tragic encounters fueled by an ecosystem that is currently out of balance. Understanding how they hunt is the first step in preventing future tragedies, as we learn to recognize the environmental triggers that lead to higher risk. Nature's power is on full display this summer, reminding us that we are guests in a wild domain that operates on its own ancient rules. The heat is relentless, and it's not just on land. The ocean is warming at an alarming rate, creating a catalyst for behavioral changes in sharks. By tagging and tracking these animals, scientists hope to predict their movements and warn the public before they enter high-traffic swimming zones near the coast. The boundary between the urban world and the wild ocean has never been thinner, as our cities expand right up to the edge of the predator's home. Even the moon plays a role, with king tides pushing more baitfish into the harbor, followed closely by the larger hunters that feed on them daily. When the water is this thick with debris, a shark's primary senses are confused, often leading to mistaken identity bites on anything that moves nearby. The panic of the prey is a dinner bell for the predator, and in the chaos of a murky surf zone, humans can easily become caught in the middle. History shows us that these events are rare, but the data from 2026 suggests we are entering a new era of coastal interaction that requires change. The beauty of the morning can be deceptive. Beneath this calm exterior, a complex biological struggle is unfolding as species fight to adapt and survive. For decades, our primary defense has been the shark net, a simple mesh wall designed to provide a sense of security for swimmers and surfers. But these nets are far from perfect. They are indiscriminate killers, often trapping dolphins, turtles, and rays that play no part in the shark threat. Critics argue that the nets provide only a false sense of security, as many sharks are caught on the beach side of the net, already inside. The debate over nets has divided the city. Some demand their immediate removal to save marine life, while others fear for their children's safety without them. Activists point to the ecological damage, insisting that killing apex predators will eventually lead to the collapse of the very ecosystem we love to visit. On the other side, parents feel a duty to protect their families, and for many, the nets represent the only tangible line of defense they have. The numbers are stark. For every target shark caught, dozens of other animals die needlessly, raising serious questions about the sustainability of this outdated method. Is it time to abandon these relics of the past in favor of something more intelligent, more targeted, and more compassionate toward the marine world? Pressure is mounting on the government to find a middle ground, a way to ensure public safety without declaring war on the inhabitants of the ocean. Sharks are not static threats. They are nomads that travel thousands of kilometers. Netting a single beach does very little to change the overall risk factor. Maintenance is a constant and expensive struggle, as the power of the ocean frequently tears holes in the barriers, rendering them completely useless for days. The psychological impact is real. Without the nets, the fear feels closer, more immediate, forcing us to confront our place in the natural food chain. New alternatives are being tested, like smart drumlines, which catch sharks humanely, allowing them to be tagged and relocated rather than killed on the spot. This method offers a chance to manage the risk while respecting the life of the animal, providing valuable data on shark behavior and movement patterns. Technology is beginning to bridge the gap between safety and conservation, giving us the tools to monitor the ocean like never before in history. Education is becoming a key part of the defense, teaching the next generation to respect the ocean's predators, rather than simply fearing or killing them. We are entering a new era where science takes the lead. In labs across the country, innovators are building the eyes of the future. Drones are now the first line of defense, patrolling the shoreline from above and providing a bird's-eye view that a lifeguard could only dream of. Powered by artificial intelligence, these drones can identify a shark in real time, distinguishing it from dolphins, seals, or floating pieces of seaweed with accuracy. Information is transmitted instantly to those on the ground, allowing for immediate action and clear communication to everyone in the water at that moment. The response is surgical and efficient, replacing the broad and ineffective measures of the past with a system that reacts to real, immediate threats. Personal protection is also evolving. New wearable technology uses electromagnetic fields to create a shield around swimmers and surfers, deterring curious predators from approaching. These fields overstimulate the shark's sensitive electrical receptors, making them feel uncomfortable and encouraging them to swim in a different direction altogether. Even visual design is being used, with boards patterned to break up the human silhouette and signal to a shark that this is not prey. By understanding how sharks see the world, we can use light and shadow to hide ourselves in plain sight, reducing the chance of accidental encounters. Acoustic barriers are another frontier, using sound frequencies to create no-go zones around popular beaches without harming any of the marine life in the process. We are no longer guessing. Every tag, every drone flight, and every observation contributes to a massive global database that helps us understand our ocean. The hope is palpable. Through innovation, we are finding ways to keep our love for the beach alive while ensuring we act as responsible stewards. We aren't trying to conquer the sea, we are trying to understand it. Science gives us the eyes to see what lies beneath the surface. This transparency builds trust, allowing families to make informed decisions about when and where it is safest to swim on any given summer day. Behind every piece of technology is a human dedicated to safety, watching over the community with a level of vigilance that was never possible before. The testing is rigorous and constant, ensuring that every device we put into the water actually delivers on its promise of protection and safety. A digital canopy now protects our shores, a silent and non-invasive presence that allows the natural world to thrive while keeping us out of harm. The early results are promising, showing that we can influence the behavior of these animals without resorting to the lethal methods of the past century. Confidence is returning to the surfing community as they embrace the new tools that allow them to pursue their passion with a reduced sense of risk. The goal is coexistence, a world where we can share the water with its rightful owners, using data and intelligence rather than fear and violence. As we move forward, the message is clear. Being shark smart is about more than just technology. It's about a fundamental shift in our mindset. We must learn to read the signs of the sea, understanding that our presence in the water is always subject to the rhythms of nature's cycles. Safety is a shared responsibility, and by staying informed and aware, we can all contribute to a safer and more enjoyable summer for everyone. Our connection to the ocean is deep and irreplaceable. It is part of our identity, a source of life and wonder that we must protect. Even in the face of tragedy, the spirit of Sydney remains unbroken, as the people find new ways to connect with the water they love so much. The fear is being replaced by respect. We are learning that the ocean is not ours to own, but ours to cherish and to share wisely. These flags are more than just markers. They are symbols of our resilience and our commitment to keeping each other safe in the wild surf. Our heroes on the beach are better equipped and more prepared than ever, ready to face the challenges of a changing ocean with skill and courage. The return of life to our shores is a victory for everyone, showing that a healthy ocean is one that supports all its creatures, large and small. Knowledge is being passed down, ensuring that the next generation of Australians grows up with the skills and the wisdom to enjoy the sea safely. The harbor remains the heart of the city, a place of beauty and mystery that continues to draw us in, despite the risks we have faced. We are part of a vast, interconnected system. Every action we take, from land to sea, has a consequence that ripples through the entire environment. The journey toward harmony is ongoing, but with every passing day, we are finding better ways to bridge the gap between our two different worlds. The terror of the summer of 2026 has left its mark, but it has also taught us lessons that will protect us for years to come. We are turning the page on a dark chapter, moving toward a future where our love for the ocean is matched by our understanding of it. The sea is an eternal presence, a constant reminder of the power and the beauty of the natural world that we are privileged to witness. By creating safe spaces for these predators, we reduce the chance of conflict and allow the ocean's natural balance to restore itself over time. We are ready to dive back in, with a new perspective and a new set of tools to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe and secure. Safety in numbers and safety through vigilance. This is the new normal for Sydney's beaches, a way to enjoy the surf with peace of mind. The Dawn Patrol is back, but they are more aware of their surroundings, choosing their moments and their locations with a newfound wisdom and care. Knowledge at our fingertips is the ultimate power, allowing us to interact with nature on our own terms, backed by the latest scientific data available. They are not mindless monsters, but complex beings that have survived for millions of years, playing a vital role in the health of our planet. The sound of laughter has returned to the shore, a beautiful melody that drowns out the sirens of the past and celebrates the present moment. The beauty of a Sydney summer is worth protecting, and through our efforts, we are ensuring it remains a treasure for many generations to come. Nicko's legacy is one of awareness and change. His story has become a catalyst for a safer, more respectful relationship with the vast, wild ocean. We leave the beach with a sense of gratitude, knowing that we have found a way to coexist with the forces of nature that define our lives. The city and the sea, two worlds that meet at the shore, now united by a common understanding and a commitment to a shared, safe future. There is a deep peace in knowing that we can respect the predator while protecting the person, finding a balance that honors all forms of life. The science continues, the technology evolves, and our love for the ocean grows stronger as we learn to navigate its many mysteries and challenges. We are part of something much larger than ourselves. The ocean is a reminder of our humble place in a world that is ancient and powerful. Community is our greatest strength. Together, we have faced the fear and emerged with a deeper connection to each other and to the natural world. The call of the sea is irresistible. It is a place of healing, of adventure, and of wonder that will always be a part of our souls. Sydney's summer of terror is over, replaced by a summer of understanding. We move forward with caution, with respect, and with a love for the sea. The ocean has a way of washing away the past, leaving us with the promise of a new beginning and a future built on wisdom and care. As we look out at the horizon, we see not a threat, but a beautiful, wild world that we are proud to call our home and neighbor. Stay safe, stay smart, and never lose your wonder for the great blue. Because the ocean is, and always will be, a part of who we are.